Today we're going to be using Huzi to stage an empty room and create a video with just a photo. So essentially what we're going to be doing is taking something that looks like this, which is just an image, connecting it to a video element, and then having it stage the room with furniture in an animated way. Let me explain the background to how this essentially works. So when you take an image and you connect it to a video, and this is general across all of the platforms, not just Huzi, it's going to take your frame. So this frame right here is going to be your first frame that you see in the video generator. And then from there, it's going to animate, the rug coming out and the furniture popping up and whatnot, okay? So that's just the idea. Is it's always going to be the very first frame is always going to be the image that you dropped in here. Now, there's a couple of different ways to think about this, all right? So one is we could take this image, and if the end goal is saying, hey, I want this room to be staged, let's see how the video generator stages it. It's probably not going to be as good as an image generator where you have a little bit more control of what's going on. So I'm going to blow up this chat here, and basically all this is a chat module. So you go down, you click it, you have a new chat module. You can have as many of these as you want and kind of have different conversations on the board about the same stuff. But I've connected to this image to my chat module, and I said, hey, I want you to basically design this room and stage it. So now we have this image, and like you just pull it out, drop it on the canvas, and you're good to go. So now we have this image, and it's fully staged with the right vibe, right? So I like the furniture, I like the rug, I like the layout of this room. So what happens here is that we're going to need the video to generate it in reverse. So if, for example, we don't like this staging where it kind of just said, hey, let me pick out random stuff to put in here for you, what we'll be able to do now is take this image and say, hey, I want you to remove all of this stuff from this room, and then we can play it in reverse and it looks like it's all coming in. So I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so the best way to do this is to take your image and connect it to a chat. And in this chat, I've basically made it, I've uploaded some files to it. So it knows how Google Veo video generator likes to be prompted. Each one of these video generators has its own little unique nuances about it. So I've just basically given it the study to say, hey, what's the best way to prompt this thing? And then now when I connect my image to it and I say, so now when I go to this chat and I say, hey, I'm going to describe to you what I want this image to do in the video. What's the best way I can describe it to VO3? And then this chat will give you a prompt for that you can pop into the video element, and I'll show you how to do that. So essentially all I'm saying is, hey, I'm staging this home. I want to create a fun, creative video, having all the furniture be placed as staging inside the video at the end. Can we do this in reverse? What's the best way to prompt VO3 to be able to do this? The chat will have a better opportunity to be able to understand what you're saying, where you can go back and forth and revise. Because once you take that prompt and you put it into a video generator, there is no revision. The video is going to be created. The credits are going to get used. So it's a smart move to be able to prompt Veo in the correct way before, having it generate 2 or 3 or 4 different things that essentially aren't what you want. Okay, so now I've got this prompt, and all I need to do is grab a video module, connect the image to the video module, where we will get a brief description of what's going on in that image. I'll just delete that, and we're gonna go in here and just grab this prompt and see what we get. Okay, so this finished up. Let me blow it up so you guys can see it a little bit better. Actually, click this download button here. So this is it in regular speed. Kind of gets a little crazy, but it does work. So that's removing all of the furniture out. Now, I kind of like it because it is a big reveal. If we play this in reverse, this is what it looks like. And it's almost kind of nice that it shows this room behind this wall. So you know that there's more space, more windows. But I do like how everything kind of slides in this animation. So this would probably be the one that I use and it worked the best. So, and that's just taking your empty image and then staging it and then telling the AI generator to do it in reverse. And then in post editing, you just reverse that clip and it comes out normal. Okay, so let's go down to a couple other examples here. So this one, some random photo I got off of Google. Again, I want to show you that the first frame is the very first frame of the video. So you can see here. And then this was a time lapse of a house going throughout the day into twilight, right? I wasn't a fan of how it looked so like twilighty and then went blue and then back to twilight again. But I did like how the lights kind of came on and showed that ambiance. So what I did is, again, I took my photo, attached it to a chat, and I said, hey, I want like another photo of this house midday, blue skies, whatever. So again, you just pull the photo out and you can start messing with it on canvas or on your board. And what happened here is I gave it another prompt and said, hey, let's go from dawn to dusk. And this one turned out a little bit better. I liked this one better because we had the clouds moving. We went from straight blue sky to the pinks and the oranges, and then the lights kind of lit up and made the house glow at night. I think this could turn into some great marketing for listings. So looking at something like this, I'll just go in here and like take their photos and then create a full production video using Google Veo. There's another video you can check out here, which is a short version of it. But I do want to come up with a full one so you video editors and stagers can kind of see how this stuff is getting done so quickly. A couple more. So this one down here I really liked. I'll go full screen on it. So this was like a luxury house, and I kind of wanted to zoom into this area right here. And this is what we got. We can get really creative with Google Veo's video generation. What I like personally about Huzi is that they have everything you need to create this video. So you're not jumping from Claude to create the prompt, Gemini Pro, Claude 4.5, GPT 5.1, and then their own Huzi models. So I can get my prompt, I can create my images, I can create my videos without actually having to leave anything, and then I have my entire board just ready to go right here. And again, you can share this with your clients, you can share this with leads or teammates, and then have them come in and work on it, see what you've done, or make any tweaks that they need to. If you guys have any questions or you want to see other tutorials about real estate and AI, please leave them in the comments below, and I will get around to getting those done. I appreciate your time, and thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.